Dum. I think I did that for my Terminator Genesis review as well. Hello, huge movie fanatic Nate, stopping on by, hopefully very briefly for my thoughts on the first, I don't know if it's called, are they calling it a teaser trailer? First trailer, we'll just say first trailer for what can be, just assumed is going to be the absolutely just abysmal, atrocious Terminator, what are they calling it? Dark Fate or something like that, in reference to Sarah Connor's There's No Fate but What We Make for Ourselves thing. And of course, since Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton is actually reprising her role for the first time, I think, since, was she in Terminator 2 3D? Possibly, probably. Since the 90s at any rate, they kind of have a fate thing in there. I made a video quite a while back ago, it seems now, I don't know, maybe it was even 2017, about James Cameron possibly returning to the franchise to write 3 movies, or write in the sense, I think it's more like just outline or whatever, and someone does screenplays, but oh my gosh, we all know that James Cameron, was paid a lot of money or something like that to say good things about Genesis, and of course now that he's a quote-unquote producer and story come up with her on this project, I mean, of course there's videos now with him pimping out this movie, and of course since he pimped out Genesis, pretty much his word now is just absolutely useless, because of course Genesis, I was stupid enough to actually see Terminator Genesis in the theater back when it came out, and hands down just, oh my gosh, crap. But anyway, I'm trying to make this video not so long. So, just like so many movies nowadays, it's all about the women. The women are taking over. This trailer is just, oh my gosh. I mean, this almost looks like, the lines between not only video games and movies are being blurred, but also between big budget, quote unquote, A movies, and also just fan films. Like, I mean, this is so bad, it looks like it could be a trailer for a fan film. Either that or a trailer for a Terminator video game. I mean, the first trailer for this movie is just so, like, dumb, and things just look so fake in so many of these action movies now, and oh my gosh, the overall look is dumb, and just like with Terminator 3 and also Genesis. Well, actually, Genesis, you had an actual, like, kind of a liquid metal man, I think, and I don't remember. There was John Connor was some kind of I don't even remember that movie, but I know that Terminator 3, you had this combination of, like, endoskeleton and liquid metal or whatever, with the female Terminator or whatever. I mean, it's the same thing with this. It's like they're not coming up with anything new. You can see the Terminator in the truck driving, and it's like this liquid, forming a new body out on the hood, and like the endoskeleton remains driving or something like that. The only thing that's different about this movie based on the trailer, of course, is that I guess for the first time we've got potentially a good female Terminator, and of course, I mean, with the short hair, of course, so I mean, how female are we really going for here? And another thing that looks different, from any previous entry is, of course, it looks like you've got a new John Connor character who's a female, of course. Now they're just, Hollywood is switching everything from what was traditionally male roles to female roles, so you've got a, good Terminator protecting possibly this young girl who's going to obviously have some kind of pivotal, role in the future, I'm guessing. It's just like, oh my god, I mean, to judge a movie based on, I've seen comments and stuff on the trailer and stuff, and to judge a movie based on, this trailer is kind of dumb, but it's also kind of not dumb, because after all, even though this is a short, whatever, 90-second glimpse into the movie or whatever, I mean, it's all a glimpse into the movie, and it is what the movie is, and it's just like, oh my gosh, and it's just, and to see like Linda Hamilton coming out of the freaking truck with this big huge guy, it just looks like a video game, or a fan film or something. And fan film, how like Never Hike Alone, the Jason Friday 13th fan film, actually got whatever the hell his name is, who played Tommy Jarvis in Friday 6. you know, it's just like, it looks like a fan film of someone who got Linda Hamilton to be Sarah Connor, and it is just like so hokey. I mean, it looks like she's, you know, in front of green screen and has this big gun, shoots some shots and takes out a bazooka, shoots it. It's just, oh my God, talk about an underwhelming trailer. And what's so funny about this Terminator trailer is, of course, Arnold Schwarzenegger is, you know, in this movie. We don't know exactly to what extent yet. I mean, the trailer makes it look like he's an afterthought. Like, you know, they just show up at his cabin. He's retired. You know, former Terminator, now retired. You know, he's old, so my joints don't work anymore. They just knock on the Terminator's cabin, you know, in the cabin in the woods, knock on the Terminator's cabin's door, and, you know, say like it's time, and he's like, excellent, you know, and it just looks like they're gonna recruit him for the end battle scene or something. You know, probably just like go and then just, you know, be destroyed or whatever. But it's just so funny in this trailer how Arnold is like an afterthought, and all of this, you know, stuff that Hollywood's doing now with just men being worthless and the women are the only ones who can kick ass. And, you know, and of course, you know, because of, well, of course, Linda Hamilton, you know, Sarah Connor's old too, but, you know, with Arnold being old, he's older probably, he's just going to be even more of a useless kind of a male. You know, and then of course you've got the bad guy Terminator who's a male. But I think I'm going on way more longer than I intended. Feel free to let me know what you think about the trailer or just the movie in general. I don't think, you know, I don't know. I mean, I guess, oh man, I mean, there's matinees. I mean, let's face it. I mean, you know, I've said this so many times, and it's sad that it's been so long, like years and years and years since I've been saying this. We've come to the point where you actually, you know, you see a trailer and it's just so stupid, but you still want to go to see it just to see how stupid it is. I mean, back in the early 90s and stuff, when Terminator 2 came out, it was like, oh, it was the exact opposite. You go to the movie to see how cool it is, and now it's like, oh, this looks so dumb. Can it actually be as dumb as it looks? And you go to the movie to see how dumb it is, you know. And my first inclination when I saw this trailer is, I'm not going to go to the theater to see this, but we'll see. Of course, this comes out in November. I keep thinking this is a summer movie. It comes out in November, and, you know, by then it's cold and you don't like going anywhere and stuff and whatever. But you know, I would imagine there'd be another trailer coming out before the movie releases, so we'll see what that trailer looks like. But I mean, for me, this looks like it could potentially be even worse than Genesis. I'm not exactly sure what I said about that movie in my review of it. I would like to think. I mean, I think there were kind of some cool things about it. But, you know, as a whole, of course, that was just laughable as well. So, you know, I can't say that, you know, just thinking about what Genesis is, that it's necessarily worse than Salvation or whatever. Was Salvation the fourth one? Like, Salvation got some things right and did some cool things, and to actually be able to make a movie about the future, you know, robot war and future, you know, war and the, you know, that was a cool idea and something a long time coming, actually making a movie about after the, you know, the battle of the robots or whatever, and a movie that takes place in that future time, which we've been teased at that time, you know, in the first three movies at the beginning and flashbacks and stuff. But it was cool to make a movie in those future and post-apocalyptic times, but unfortunately the Salvation, you know, it didn't really do much for me either. So I think, I don't know if I like Genesis more than Salvation. I don't really know. I haven't seen it in forever, but I'm just, this video is becoming just a mishmash of just anything I can think of. So my apologies for that. My intention was to pretty much just review the trailer. As I was saying earlier, feel free to let me know what you think of this trailer and just the franchise in general. Like so many things these days, I feel like they should just let it go and think of something new. I mean, you know, it's just like, oh my gosh, you know, as long as these people are alive, like Arnold and Linda Hamilton and stuff, you know, they're just going to keep, you know, beating the dead horse or milking the cow or however the hell you say it. So thank you very much for watching this video. I apologize if it went a little longer than I intended, but being a huge movie fanatic, that can happen. So as always, we'll catch you on the next video.